Hello, viewer. Welcome back. You know what this is. This is God's Basement. And we're going to wrap this shit up. This game's scary. I want it off my computer. We're going to do this one solid playthrough. If it's too long, maybe I'll break it into 2 videos. But I'm going to try and wrap this up this time. That's how far I got with mic issues. I haven't completed the game, but I've gotten a whole bunch of chapters recorded that didn't pan out. So we were just starting chapter 4. We're going to go through that, and we'll be in virgin territory, at least for the end of the game. So that's good. I know most of the story, but I don't know what actually happens in the end of the game. So let's go. Alright, here we are. He gave us a nice little room to go in so we could chill out because Grandma's been fucking with us. Oh wait, I don't really know it's Grandma yet. Okay. Alright, so we gotta talk to this TV show.
James, I hope you're okay. That looked like it probably hurt. Good news is, this room looks relatively safe.
Yeah, looks.
I also have some more good news.
Oh yeah?
You're going to be exploring your early childhood memories.
Cool. Where's Uncle Paul?
You were raised by your
I'll look out for him. Try and avoid him.
A good chunk of your memories have manifested themselves in the form of journal entries.
Really?
Read those carefully as they represent your thoughts and emotions at the time.
Okay.
You probably thought you'd be stuck in that dimly lit, creepy office area forever. At least you're getting a change of scenery.
What, God's Collection Agency?
God's Basement tends to manifest itself in an unusual way. The more you remember about your childhood, the creepier things can get. Remember when I asked you to ignore anything unusual? Well, that was just a joke. It's obviously there for a reason. The only reason I said that was to frighten you. I find it quite amusing. Well, I should probably wrap this monologue up. Find more about your past. And one last thing. Good luck.
He only said that to frighten me. Let me read the paper. Okay. Couple brutally slaughtered in their own place. A brutal crime scene emerged this weekend within a quiet suburban neighborhood. 2 victims, Neil Young and Sarah Young, were viciously stabbed by an unknown assailant. 2 parents leave an infant son behind. Authorities do not have a lead, and it was reported that each victim was stabbed over 30 times, resulting in faces of the victims to be heavily distorted and mangled. The brutal crime has shocked the local community. Alright, there's somebody out there stabbing dudes to the face, so y'all watch out. Hear it? The white noise? Sound of... Ooh, I look at you. Hello. Hello. Okay, we looked at that. Let's look at you. Yep, turn into that hallway. I'm gonna walk down. Hello, sir. Well, or birds. I fucking hate birds. Like, what is... It's like a light on a... toothpick? I don't know what that is. I don't know what that is. What is that? It's like a... I don't know what that is. Right, thank you. Thank you, I appreciate you. Yeah, I know. Somebody get this thing some fucking W40. What up? Oh. Control yourself. Sir. Grandma has been acting strange lately. She seems to be very forgetful and misplaces a lot of her belongings, like her car keys and medication. It was my birthday last week, but I think she forgot that too. I'm going into middle school pretty soon, so I'm a bit nervous about that. I hope she starts getting better soon. James. Very nice note, James. Boy, it's nice taking care of your grandma, mama. Alright. I fucking hate this puzzle. So we have complete transparency here. Fuck this puzzle. Grandma's acting strange again. Recently I've been finding random letters on all the pictures and paintings we have hung up. There is always just one red letter randomly drawn inside of the painting. I asked her about it, but she said she doesn't remember writing the letters. But she's all hopped up on goofballs. Old lady meds will do it to you. So there's going to be a whole lot of this. I'm just going to try and bang through this real quick because this part isn't scary at all. I'll see you when we have a word. Like, you're not here to look at me, watch me stare at a fucking paint this until I have a little fucking ecstasy acid trip out for a second. Got it.
In other news, last weekend, a brutal crime was committed in a quiet suburban neighborhood. The two victims were a young couple, recently turned parents, that were viciously stabbed while sleeping inside their bedroom. Authorities reported that the bodies were mutilated to the point of being unrecognizable. The two also left behind an infant son. Currently, there are no suspects or leads as to who committed the murder, but authorities are adamantly investigating the situation.
Infant. So I was a kid when my parents were... I was a baby. I was an infant. Ovs. You. Something really strange is happening with Grandma. She doesn't seem like herself. She feels very distant and less lively. She doesn't enjoy talking as much as she used to. She seems very quiet, like she's always thinking about something. Fortunately, her habit of forgetting things isn't getting any better. She frequently forgets to take her meds, so I have to remind her very often. I hope her condition improves. James. Who's he writing this? Oh. Sir. Come home. The hallway behind me. Look at me, looking at me. Perception. See, I'm not standing there, so it's not. There's obviously, like, good luck hiding a camera. But this isn't a live image. Therefore, go. Wait, huh? Do the thing. Hold on. Thing. Wait. Game, do it. Do the thing. Okay. Sure. And oh, there's not really anybody there because there's not really anybody there. Right, bro? So you can't fool me. I'm unfoolable. Can't fool a fooler. Bitch. You know who I am? Are you serious? Ooh, scary. See, like, and what is this? You know, 1996 Lara Croft standing there? I mean, dude, get some better graphics. Oh my god, you're not even scary, game. Seriously. Oh, I'm looking at somebody looking at, but that's not me, but it's somebody looking. We are breaking the laws of physics. We are existing in the same space at the same time. can't be that way. Anyway, just open this door. Open the fucking door. You're not scary. You're not scary. I was just standing there. I know. Oh. Ian.
Entry number 8.
Okay.
Recently, my grandmother has been acting strange. I've been waking up in the middle of the night hearing her crying. I usually find her pacing back and forth aimlessly. She usually won't even notice I'm there until I make my presence known. After she notices me, she gives me this blank expression, then walks away back into her bedroom. Sometimes I'll press my ear against her door, and I'll hear a distorted version of this classical song she always listened to. Although these incidents are rare, they still creep me out. It happens about once every few months. Hopefully she gets better.
Why is a guy reading my diary journals? My diary. That's the voice from God's Basement. The narrator or whatever he is. Bitch, that's... Hey, I know, right? Like, yeah, okay, you did the creepy thing. Now, fucking door. Travel on. Yeah, let's go, Come on, I want to find out what happened. I want to find out what happened in my life. Why I'm in God's version of my grandmother's house. Satan's basement. Fucking Satan's grandma's house. I don't know. Open the door. Bruh. Bruh. I know, it's so spooky. Spookiness is unbearable, game. Okay, bye. Home. Thanks, Grandma. Home. Thanks, Grandma. God, you're the nicest grandma. You're the nicest grandma in all of God's basement. It used to be God's office building. Next. Alright. Oh, hey, first try, bro. Oh, this one. Right. Annoying. No, you don't want to do it? How about you? Want to do the thing? Okay. How about you? Do the thing? Grandma! That had to be Grandma's room, didn't it? Who else sits in a rocking chair? I would, but who else? I'm entering my first year of high school. I'm pretty nervous about it, but excited at the same time. My grandmother was recently diagnosed with Parkinson's. The diagnosis didn't really faze her. She seems a lot less lively these days, just listening to the TV or radio most of the time. I try to talk to her about current events and casual topics, but her responses are more bleak and dull than they used to be. I wouldn't describe her aura as depressing or gloomy. A bit more precise word would be hollow or empty. It's almost as part of her has drifted off somewhere and has yet to return. She would have episodes like this before, but the frequency and length of the episode seems to be increasing. Alright. Game. Oh, okay, cool. Pretty sure these are locked. Locked. Heyo. Today I landed a part-time job tutoring my neighbor's kid. I can't get a real job since I'm only 14, but at least this will give me some kind of income. Regarding my grandmother's health, there have been no major changes. She remains uninterested and perpetually distant whenever I interact with her. Something kind of strange happened today. I caught her having a conversation with the radio. The thing is, the radio was off the whole time. She was arguing back and forth with it, as if it were a real human being. Kind of reminded me of the crazy people you have to deal with when taking public transit. It's kind of messed up that I found it just a bit funny. I'll probably be sent to hell for laughing at it, but I couldn't help it. I have a sick sense of humor. I love her to death, and it pains me to see her deteriorate like this. I hope she gets better. Jimmy. Okay, so we're in God's basement because we laughed at our grandmother. Well, I mean, she's older. Come on, dick. This guy's a jerk. This guy Jimmy's a real fucking jerk. You're a fucking jerk. James, sorry to bother you, but I misplaced my keys somewhere. Can you please find them for me? Just place them next to this note once you found them. Grandma. Keys to what, Grandma? In your state, I don't think you should be going out. You certainly shouldn't be driving. But we'll get your keys anyway. Probably the keys to your, I don't know. Who knows what. Irresponsible people can't have keys, my friend. No? Okay, fine. Grandma? Found your keys. You're not here. Found them. Lady. Come get your fucking keys. A little bit. Just a little bit. I'm about to be, aren't I? You're about to confuse the shit out of me. Last night I caught my grandmother staring at a painting in the middle of the hallway. It was in the middle of the night and her eyes were locked onto the picture. It was kind of eerie seeing her entranced by it. After staring at it for at least half an hour, she walked off casually. I took a closer look at the painting and it was completely blank. It was literally a blank piece of paper she was staring at. I at least have some good news. I earned a raise from my tutoring job and I've started tutoring another neighbor's kids, so I earn more money. Yay! I just wrapped up my first year of high school, so I'm glad I'll be having something to keep me busy throughout the summer besides taking care of Grandma, Ma. Little Jimmy. Alright, Jimmy boy. Figure out how to get out of here. Grandma, why did you talk me into murdering my fucking parents? Well, ever. I know. I know, Grandma. I mean, even though I played the game, it's still pretty spooky. Who's never gonna forgive me, though? Like, who? Like, who's mad at me? Like, what did I do? I woke up in the middle of the night to the sound of plates breaking. I dashed out of my room to see what was happening. I saw her in the kitchen, repeatedly trying to carry a plate from the kitchen to the dining room. While walking over to the dining room, she would drop the plate and repeat the process. I walked over to her and guided her back to her room. I set up a small barricade so she wouldn't be able to get out so easily. So she could really hurt herself. Maybe I should just set up a barricade so she doesn't get out of her room at night. I'm in the middle of my second year of high school right now, and it's been really hard balancing school, friends, and taking care of my grandmother. Most of the time I have to turn down social events because I have to stay home and make sure she doesn't do anything crazy. James. Well, it sounds like she's going to do something crazy whether you're there or not, Jimmy. You should just put her in assisted living and live your best life out there chasing the bush. No? Or lack thereof. Or dudes. I mean, whatever you want, James. I'm not trying to appropriate you or whatever. Jesus Christ. Grandma. Seriously, assisted living is a thing. I know she took care of you, bro, but you gotta take care of you too. My guy, Jimmy, James. Jamesy boy, how the hell did you end up here, Jamesy boy? What the fuck? Grandma, let me out! Grandma, let me out. What the fuck? Whatever. Okay. Which door do I go through now? Isn't that redundant information right there? Didn't we already know that? I believe we already knew that. Come on, can I get a door? Can I get a door, game? Thank you. Thank you, game. Appreciate that. Always appreciate game. It lets you out of an area. Ugh. I hate that song. Did you hate that song? You played this? I don't want to hear this song again. Oh, that's right. You gotta do the thing. Give it to me. Wah, 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 wah. Give it to me. Thank you. In this place, he does not dwell. God is not present. No one will help you here. Hell is here. Hell is here. Alright. How's the candle giving off red light game? Doesn't matter. Red means scary. Now. Oh, there, Papa. I'm fucking staring at her. You feel better now? Where'd you go, bitch? Look, Grandma. I didn't do shit to you. Another chapter down, bruh. And we're off. Same fucking hallway. Oh, hey. I totally starting to worry about the future. Grandma's condition continues to get worse. Is she going to stay like this for the rest of her life? I hope not. What will happen if I have to leave for college? Who's going to take care of her? The way it is now, I can barely leave her alone for 2 seconds without her breaking something. I'm currently in my 3rd year of high school, so I have a little bit of time to think about it. Hopefully I'll come up with a solution later. James. Hey, Grandma. There's some people here to talk to you about, going to live with them. They're really nice. They just want to talk to you. Bunny. Bunny's back. What's up, bruh? Grandma. Here, you bitch. They just want to have a conversation with you, Grandma. We just want to make sure you're safe. Grandma. Oh, you fucking bitch following me. Shut this door. Fuck off. There we go again. Sir. I just entered my senior year. It's time to start thinking about what happens after high school. I recently applied for this scholarship. It would pay for basically all my expenses, including tuition, room and board, and everything else. My biggest issue right now is my grandma. I don't really have any relatives or anyone to take care of her besides me. Will I have to take care of her for the rest of my life? The answer seems to be yes. Her condition keeps getting worse and worse. I know this is selfish, but I feel quite bitter about this current situation. I keep having to make sacrifices for her. Hopefully I'll think of a solution sooner rather than later. James. He ends every note the same. There she is. What up, girl? Seriously, they just want to talk to you, Grandma. You want a hug? Dude. Grandma, can you not be creepy? Jesus. Look, I just want to talk to you. It's just a conversation. It's just talking, Grandma. No biggie. They have a pool. And bingo! I mean, I know you don't really go to bingo now, Grandma, but you might like it. Grandma, they have a whole room with activities and games. Grandma, wanna talk? Yeah, bitch. Oh, thanks for shutting that door for me. I forgot. Are you lost? How can you be lost if you have nowhere to go? Are you scared? Are you frightened? Are you without hope? Are you without God? Trying to be without Grandma. What the fuck?
Are you lost? How can you be lost if you have nowhere to go?
True.
Are you scared?
No.
Are you frightened?
No.
Are you without hope?
No.
Are you without God?
Tell me, Mr. God's Basement guy, you seem to have the fucking all the answers. I mean, all of this could have been easily verbally communicated. You didn't have to make me, like, walk through all this shit and be creeped out by my grandma. I mean, if you were any kind of a good person, you would perpetuate good memories of my grandmother and not make me fucking terrified of her. Asshole. I have great news. I was one of the recipients for the scholarship. There's a downside, though. They can only use it on certain colleges. The list they gave me are all too far away to commute on a daily basis from our house to the college, so I would definitely have to move. The problem there is no one to take care of my grandmother. I can't just leave her. She can't cook, or buy groceries, or do anything by herself. Practically her caretaker, rather than her grandson. If I leave her, she'll probably wind up dead from starvation or some sort of accident. Just feels like I don't have many options here. Grandma! I just want to talk to you. Bunny. Why are you crying? Are you going to leave me too? Well, me? I mean, I'm not fucking lady. Hey, Grandma! What's up, Bunny? Needs a hammer. Grandma? Look, Grandma, I only want the best for you. I just want you to be safe. Huh. Look, bitch. They only want to talk to you. I'm trying to make a compromise for the better of both of us. I'm going to put you in assisted living for a couple of years. I'm going to go to college. I'm going to get a degree. I'm going to get a good job. I'm going to make a bunch of money. I'm going to pull you out of assisted living, and we're going to go live in a big, beautiful mansion on the beach. Work with me, Grandma. Work with me. They're going to pay for everything. They're going to pay for all of school. Grandma. Grandma, you're being selfish. Grandma. I'm not leaving you, Grandma, you crazy bitch. I'm just going away to school. I will be back. They're nice people, Grandma. They'll take care of you, I promise. They'll be nice to you. No, Alright, I guess that's a no, guys. Let's beat feet. Fucking Grandma's pissed now. What's up, dude? What's up, Rabbit? Can I... Oh, Jesus Christ, what the fuck? No. Why is she right there? Is she gonna kill me? Don't kill me! No! I don't remember that part, but hey, cool. Alright, we're on to the next one. Gee. Alright, let's go. You. Talk to me, asshole.
James,
Yeah?
it's been a while since our last encounter.
Not long enough,
That
bro.
was a lot of information to absorb. I hope you got most of it, but I'll try to summarize the best that I can.
Do it.
You were trying your hardest to get by high school while also taking care of your grandmother, along with holding a part-time job.
And doing a great job, I think.
At the end of high school, you had amazing grades and
Right.
received a full-ride scholarship.
Thank you.
The only problem was you would have to leave your grandmother to attend college. She raised you all by herself after your parents passed away. It tore you up inside, knowing that you would have to abandon her to move forward in your life. Slowly but surely, her condition kept deteriorating, to the point where it was an extreme burden to provide care for her. You had to make a choice, abandon her and move on with your life, or throw away a full-ride scholarship and sacrifice your potential to take care of her. Are you ready to find out what choice you made?
Yeah.
This is kind of exciting, isn't it?
A little.
Well, I won't make you wait any longer. You chose to stay.
I did. Let's go stack some
You
boxes.
felt that it would be wrong to abandon her, especially when she needed you the most. She took care of you when you were abandoned, right? You were just returning the favor. If you haven't noticed, this area represents your old job. The one you worked while taking care of your grandmother after you graduated. First thing you should probably do is sign in. Enter the door to your left and find your ID card. I'll speak to you soon. Good luck.
This is our job after graduation. I suspect that when we went to college, we majored in performance on the flute. So we're stacking boxes. Oh, I gotta get my ID. Yeah, we have to stack 50 boxes. We'll edit this. I'll see you when we're done.
Are you having fun organizing those boxes?
Yeah, great time.
Are those boxes heavy? It must get pretty tiring doing this 8 hours a day, 5 days a week. Hey, I think you missed one. Look over there, in the corner. Does it get tiring? Doing this job day after day?
Mentally.
Come home having to care for your elderly grandmother. Do you ever feel regret? Maybe you should have just taken the scholarship and ran off. Think of all the potential you wasted. Was it worth it? Doing the same thing every single day.
Fuck you. Fuck you, dude.
Are you anxiously waiting to get home, or do you find this job more tedious than taking care of her? It might seem like I'm trying to belittle you, but I'm just relaying the thoughts you had at the time.
Resentment.
It's an interesting concept, isn't it? Sacrificing the future for the present. Sacrificing all that potential to have a clear conscience. Was it worth it?
Clearly not.
Wow, great job, James. Are you ready to start all over again tomorrow?
Fuck you. I just want to talk about how brilliant that puzzle was. The idea was to convey the resentment that this kid built up for his grandmother when he turned down basically his whole future to take care of her. It's frustrating. I mean, picking up boxes and walking them back and forth, but the distance is short enough to annoy you, and if you choose to go farther, you can move all these boxes too. I didn't for the sake of it. I moved these all over here. But you really start to get annoyed by this puzzle because it's dumb. You're just walking back and forth and putting these boxes on the shelf. And if you want to, you can even you can keep going. Wonder if that triggers anything. All right, I don't think it does. I don't think the narrator speaks anymore. But this puzzle does a great job of conveying of how much this kid began to. I assume he began to resent his grandmother. You could never create in a player resentment for a fictional character, but the closest you can get is this. I think this frustration that I as a player feel moving these 50 fucking boxes back and forth. This is boring gameplay. This is stupid. Is as close as you can get, and you start to realize I'm doing this because I had to take care of my crazy ass grandma. It does a really good job, and I just wanted to note it. This is a good game. I like this game. I hate this game, but I like this game. All right, now what? Go in here. Is this the new stuff? Yeah, it is. This is the... Okay. Alright, so we're into virgin territory. But I want to do that. The whole house. Holy shit, this is a big house. Great. Great. I'm sure that'll be in Grandma's hand at some point. She chases me through the house. What are we eating here? Ah, Honey Nut Cheers. That's funny. They robbed the entire box. Let me see that General Mills symbol. Alright, whatever. Talk about this. Standard. Nothing. What's up? Why can I open drawers that don't have anything? Oh, I am not going down there. You're out of your fucking mind, game. Let me out of here. I'm not going down there. You're insane. Get out of here. Go home with that shit. You even thought I was gonna go out down. That's not even. You don't even. You, Dev. You wasted your time putting that shit in the game. Yeah, I'm not going down there now. I'm not going down there now. I'm most certainly not going down there now. Checked out the kitchen. Double check any drawers. Table, stock ass table. Same table I've seen in the... Hey. Hey. What's up? What's that noise? What's that noise it makes? It's like a mouse. Oh, the Lou. The John. The Shita. Anything in here? Dead body? No. Alright. Grandma, nice place, man. What? Are you serious? Place got 2 basement entrances? God's bedroom. God's office. God's fucking bathrobe. Alright. We don't have a choice. I knew we weren't gonna have a choice. Bed on here. Oh, okay. That, yeah. I have this. Oh, that's Grandma. I have a hammer. She has a saw. Now this is God's basement. Finally there. Don't fuck with me, Grandma. I got a hammer. I will bust you upside your face. But seriously, though. If you feel like I abandoned you, Grandma, I didn't intend for that. I never intended to not come back. I came back, didn't I? Now I just work a shittier job than if you'd have let me go to fucking college. Now we have to struggle. Now we have to worry about the rent, the electric, because you didn't want me to get a decent education because you thought I was immuning you, Grandma. Oh, hey. Sorrow. Tell me about it. Grandma. Why did I barricade that door? Why did I barricade that door? Keep Grandma in? Oh, yeah. Keep Grandma in the house. She doesn't come out here and fuck up all our dishes. Fuck up our dishes, Grandma. Hey, don't be breaking plates, Grandma. I got a cheap job. It doesn't pay much, and I gotta replace that shit, or we're eating off our fucking fingers on the table. Nah, you know what? Your social security check's paying for that shit. I ain't paying. Go back. Go out. Can I go? Can I leave? Can I just get in my car and drive to like in Albuquerque or something? Where does this go? Nowhere. That's where. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. Task list. Clean up any broken plates. Hide kitchen knife under bed. Check emails on phone. Nail wooden planks on the door. Turn off all lights. Go to bed. I didn't even see that there. Oh. Our phone. Check the emails on it. Cleaning up plates after Grandma. Getting that knife like a boss. Yeah, come near me now, Grandma. Bed. Oh. Come on. Got real slow for a second there. I don't know what that was. Grandma. Can't be Grandma. I fucking nailed her inside her room. It's not possible. There's no way she got those boards off that door without me knowing. There's no way. Holy fuck. Okay, she's out now. At my door. Yeah, dude, she busted out the bando. She. Grandma, back to bed. Gotta come back to bed, Grandma. Jesus Christ. Something around her fucking mouth? Where is she? Grandma. Where are you trying to go, Grandma? Can you come out? Grandma? I don't know where she went. Thank you, Grandma, for not being standing at the top of the stairs trying to freak me out. Out. Maybe we go home. No. Grandma! Grandma! Down here. Oh, I have to go back to my room and get my knife. Oh. Oh, there's a note here. Pain, are you full of it? Patience, are you out of it? When will your suffering end? Oh, Grandma, you tell me. The one acting like a crazy bitch.
Pain. Are you full of it? Patience. Are you out of it? James. When will your suffering end?
Soon?
You wanted her to die, didn't you?
No.
Not for her sake, but for your own.
No.
You yearned for her death, not because her suffering would cease. It was because yours would cease as well.
No? My grandma, dude. Why would I want her dead? I mean, on what grounds do you make these assumptions? That I wanted my grandmother dead? What the fuck is this? Today, I found my broken laptop. My laptop broken. I left her alone for just a few minutes while I was in the bathroom, and I guess she walked into my bedroom and had an episode. I'll have to drain my savings in order to replace it. James. Yank. Grandma broke my fucking laptop. Where's my knife? Stab that bitch.
Do you feel the resentment pulsating through your veins? Do you feel the last breath of patience exiting your body?
I do.
Do you feel the rage welling up, overflowing, displacing empathy, sympathy, and love? Do you hear it? It's calling you. A way out. Follow it. Let it guide you.
Jesus. We're almost there. He said this is the way out. Oh. Two dead in fatal crash. Fatal accident occurred last weekend is currently being investigated. Reports say that a couple along grandson were driving along an interstate highway when the driver lost control. The vehicle swerved off the road and crashed into a tree. The driver, a retired elderly man by the name of Frank Young, was killed in the accident along with his infant grandson Kevin. The only survivor of the crash, Margaret, is in stable condition. Rumors suggest that alcohol might have been involved in the incident, but there's insufficient evidence to properly conclude the suspicion. Six, 19. Sorry, Mother, I haven't been answering calls. I know it wasn't your fault, but losing Kevin and Dad has taken a toll on all of us. I think Sarah and I just need some time to grieve and accept what happened. Take care. Your son, Neil. They never answered any of my letters or my calls. I waited an eternity to hear the sound of their voices. I did.
While sifting through some old boxes, you found an interesting set of documents that revealed the truth about your past. Your grandparents were involved in an accident that killed your grandfather and your infant brother. It wasn't your grandmother's fault entirely, but your parents couldn't help but put the blame on her. With no family or friends left, living a hopeless and bleak existence, your grandmother decided to murder them. With your parents out of the way, she could raise you all by herself. Her desire was selfish and evil. That was all you needed. A way to justify her death. A way to break the burden of taking care of her. Do you remember what you did?
No.
I'll walk you through it once more, just in case you've forgotten.
I've forgotten. Go. Do it. My grandmother murdered my parents because they wouldn't let her see me. Red means scary. Grandma's room. Yo. Get the knife. Get the new radio. Get the phone. Place the knife on her bed. Replace the old radio. Phone on the table outside the door. Wait outside her room. How we murdered our grandmother?
Yes, I'm talking to you. Are you listening to me?
Uh-huh.
I know that I might seem suspicious, but for now, I'm going to need you to trust me. Are you in pain? Do you want that pain to go away? I can show you a way out, but you're going to have to do exactly what I say. Don't worry, very soon you won't feel any pain at all. You won't have to suffer any longer. The first thing I want you to do is to grab the knife on your bed. You're doing a great job. It's very sharp, so please be careful with it. The next step is to gently press the knife against your stomach. You're doing a wonderful job. Now, press a little harder. Keep applying more pressure until the knife penetrates the flesh of your stomach. You might feel quite a bit of pain, but that's going to be temporary. You're doing a great job. I want you to pull the knife out. Is there a warm, red fluid gushing out of your stomach? If so, then you applied enough pressure. I know that this might be painful, but pretty soon it's going to be all over. I want you to repeat the process, except now go a little to the right of the original spot. Keep applying pressure until the knife penetrates the flesh. Now that you've done the process twice, for the third time, go to the left of the original spot. Once again, keep applying pressure until the knife penetrates the flesh. You're doing a great job. Now return to the original spot. I want you to jab the knife into the wound 3 times. This time, don't slowly apply pressure. I want you to press the knife into your stomach as hard as you can. Whenever you're ready, go ahead. You're doing a wonderful job. Are you in pain? Are you suffering? I know you are, but don't worry. It'll all go away soon. This is the last step. Are you ready? All you have to do is to repeat the process exactly
fuck?
James, you murdered her. You knew about her delusions. She always talked about the man in the radio, so you decided to become that character. You replaced the old radio and then played an audio file telling her to stab herself repeatedly with a knife. You knew she was delusional and had episodes of schizophrenia. She followed your instructions and eventually bled to death due to her self-inflicted injuries.
It's fucked up.
Since all the evidence pointed to a suicide, you weren't charged with anything. You finally got what you wanted. You were finally free. You might be wondering how exactly you ended up dead. Well, for the first few months, you lived your life carefree. You actually enjoyed life to some extent, not being tied down by an ill relative. But eventually, that all came crashing down. It started off with brief, horrific, gruesome nightmares. Visions of her stabbing herself endlessly, blood gushing out of her wounds, flooding your mind with blood-red guilt. Slowly, these nightmares leaked into your daily life. You'd see her out of the corner of your eye, whether you were driving, walking down the street, or at work. Even though you killed her, she never really left. She lived in your mind and haunted you every day until you eventually couldn't fall asleep. Every time you closed your eyes, even for the briefest of moments, she'd manifest in your subconscious. Eventually you went to the hospital and you were prescribed sleep medicine, but that only suppressed the issue. Slowly your body adjusted to the medicine and you needed to increase the dose for the medicine to be effective. This process kept repeating until you were taking multiple times the recommended amount. You were addicted, until one night you overdosed on sleep medication. Right now, in this moment, your physical body is currently in a hospital bed, hovering between the thin line of life and death. You're still probably wondering why you're here in God's basement. I'll finally tell you who I am and what this place really is. God's basement is a realm for those who have committed great sin but are still redeemable. The individuals that arrive in God's basement relive their own versions of hell, allowing them to reflect on their life and watch their slow descent into evil. Their resentment, hate, bitterness, and jealousy accumulate until those emotions manifest themselves through atrocious acts, yours being murder. You were backed into a corner, watching your life slowly pass you by. All those opportunities you sacrificed. All that potential wasted. You became bitter and resentful. Many could sympathize with you. Many might have even done the same. You were hopeless, and it felt like you were inside a living hell. I am called the Operator. I am an entity that manifests in God's basement. I manifest myself in different ways depending on the person. My job is to guide the person inside God's basement and allow them to relive their life from a different perspective. In your case, I manifested with many characteristics resembling the man in the radio. Hopefully this explanation cleared everything up. You're still probably wondering what happens now that you have all your memories. I mentioned earlier that God's basement are for those who are still redeemable. Even though you committed an atrocious sin, you were trapped in a hopeless existence. Also, the person you killed wasn't really your grandmother. She was a shell of her former self. Your grandmother died long ago. Part of you wanted to see her suffering cease. Your crime was both cruel and merciful at the same time. You are going to get a second chance at life. Pretty soon you're going to wake up in a hospital bed out of your drug-induced coma. Learn to live with what you did. The feelings of guilt, paranoia, and pain will never completely go away. James, make the most out of life and be grateful for this second chance. One last thing. Good luck.
That was God's Basement. Can't move. Grandma's gonna be standing at the foot of my bed, isn't she? Don't fucking do it, Grandma. Edit. All right, I guess that was it for God's Basement. Yeah. Yeah, scary game. I like those atmosphere horror games more than I like the combat based with you, although I do beating on monsters. I feel these kinds of games more viscerally. And that was really good. There were a lot of things that annoyed the shit out of me about it. Some of the wandering back and forth just gets nuts. Some of the puzzles can take a while to figure out the order in which you're supposed to do things. But overall, a good game, a terrifying game. Highly recommend God's Basement. This was really good. And like I said, some of the chapters were brilliant. You know, they did a really good job, I think, of putting me in there in James's shoes, although there was another solution, I think. And I don't think he needed to, quote unquote, abandon his grandmother. Routine, I want to say thank you. I'm still pretty new. Hope the experience was bearable. So the experience was outstanding. For a first game, is this one of your first games? Your first game? Either way, bravo, my friend. You did amazing. That was excellent. So that's gonna be it for me. Thanks guys for checking out the videos. Thanks for watching. I appreciate it. If you enjoy them, please like the videos. Please subscribe to the channel if you want to see all the stuff I got coming out. I'm not sure what I'm gonna be doing next, but I'll figure it out. It'll be soon though. So yeah. Something's sticking me in the leg. So yeah, leave a comment. Let me know what you think. Let me know what you think of the game. Let me know what you think of the channel. Please subscribe. And yeah, we'll see you next time. Play some more indie horror. This is Wilson. I'm out. See you guys later.